Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Testing, testing. All right, I think we're good there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just check this out real quick. All right, looks like we is good. What is up, everybody? My name is Michael Purgatorio, and this is Amiibo Fight on YouTube. And what we're doing today here is something called a Callout. For those that are not familiar with what a Callout is, it's actually a best of 7 series here in Squad Strike. So we're going to see 5 Amiibo from each side here, and really we just keep doing this till first to 4 wins. We're also going to be alternating between Battlefield and Omega stages today. And I also want to go ahead and just give a quick few shout outs here to the participants. First off, it is Doveman, actually the one calling out Staples. It's a risky move here, but I, for one, think he's got a shot against one of Amiibo's greatest trainers, arguably. But as far as Doveman's team goes, we're going to get there in just a moment, but Staples is here. Want to give a quick shout out to Staples, and make sure to go ahead and follow him both on Twitch and also subscribe to him on YouTube. I think it's still just Staples TV or just Staples for here for YouTube. I could be wrong. But right now, I also want to go ahead and just quickly remind everybody that we is live here in the Discord server. Also, if you're not in our Discord server, make sure to join today. A lot of interesting stuff going on, especially our tournament going on next Monday. It's live on YouTube. Really want to go ahead and emphasize that. It's actually our first YouTube live in a little bit here, so I would like to go ahead and just thank everybody that's piling in right now. Thank you, you rock. Also, quick shout out again to Doveman for winning our tournament this past Monday with his Banjo and Kazooie Funshine. Salud. It was a great matchup between Bam and Funshine, and if for any reason you missed it, you could go ahead and check out our Twitch channel to catch up on that. But right now, I think we're ready to go ahead and bring in both sides here. Let's go ahead and start with the Doveman side first. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and have to take the chat away here for a moment. No, you know what? It's actually the wrong chat anyway. That's Twitch. We is on YouTube. But anyway, guys, we have the red team going to be Doveman's side. We'll also get a score going in just a moment. But right now, let's go ahead and see what Doveman has brought to the party. Well, we got the Ice Doves, and these are some of my favorite ice climbers right here. I don't believe Doveman really got much advice from PGX on that one, but I personally think he should. They can always get better. Next up, though, we have Infernape. Pretty cool Donkey Kong. It's I'm not going to say it's my favorite, but it's definitely one of the more interesting Donkey Kongs here in Amiibo Fight. We also have Mint Fresh here. This is a link that we're not too familiar with at the moment, but it's got some promise. It's got a lot of potential. And wait a minute, I'm Purgy! What is going on? Well, I guess my name is now Luigi, and Purgy is going to be fighting for Doveman. I'm a Luigi. Oh yeah. And the last Amiibo here for Doveman's side, it's Funshine, the winner of our tournament this past Monday. It was vanilla, don't get me wrong, but Spirit Editor to the rescue allowed Funshine to go ahead and join us, and I got to admit, he put on a awesome show for everybody. He's actually now considered the Plant Slayer here in Amiibo Fight. The true story. All right, well, I think we're ready for our next combatant here in his 5 Amiibo. That is going to be Staples. He is well, the owner of Staples TV on Twitch TV, and has had a lot of influence here in Amiibo, as well as hooking us up with, I think, a few guides over the years. But first Amiibo that he has brought with him is that Falco. Yeah, I personally have never seen this DDD before, but I'm pretty sure I've seen a Staples DDD once or twice, and trust me, it's menacing. We also have Violet here. This is a Zelda from Staples, and this is really one character I don't see Staples train every day, so I'm excited to see what it can do head-to-head with Doveman's side. Mukoro is here. This Snake Amiibo I've seen once or twice, and it's it's a Snake Amiibo. Lots of side special, and we're gonna leave it at that. Also, with some up tilt. Girasol is here. This is actually an Amiibo that's participated in a few of our test tournaments, and also has just been a really funny kind of Yoshi that you can really find across the entire Amiibo community. And last but not least, a Ness. A Ness? Wow. I'm trying to build up Staples in his team, and then he pulls this shit. Tragic. Well, I do want to remind everybody, it's anything that's A+ and lower according to the Amiibo fight tier list. And, when it comes to our Spirit tier list, I understand that ours is looking a little older than most, but that is going to be changing pretty soon, especially with our new 1v1 bin file Spirited tier list coming very soon. Hopefully over the weekend. Soon. But I have talked to both trainers. It looks like actually Doveman does want Battlefield to start out, and I do see each trainer has left a order here for me. So, well, technically they did. You'll find out what I mean in just a moment. But let's go ahead and get the matchup set up here. So Doveman's side, and I gotta get my controllers right here. This is first Callout on Nintendo Switch 2, but Doveman's side, he wants to go random. And Staples has actually left me a nice little note here. Alright, and I'm actually just noticing it now. Doveman with a lot of Smash 64 representation, whereas Staples, only 2 out of 5. But yeah, we got Donkey Kong, Link, Luigi, Ness, Yoshi. It's almost half the Smash 64 roster right here. I'm enjoying this. Looking at the order right now, though, I really like what Staples is doing, putting the Fat Falco right in the beginning, and then putting the Ness and Snake Amiibo at the back. The random side, though, for Doveman, I can't say Funshine in the back is a terrible option, but I can't help but feel that the heavier Amiibo should have been in the back, which should be Infernape. We got Mint Fresh starting things out, Pergy in second, and Ice Dubs in third. I really like that as a little bit of a wild card aspect. Kind of losing my voice here, but I think that's pretty much it. We're about to get round 1 started. I also want to just remind everybody that next time we will be live on YouTube. Actually, will be next Friday, but as far as Twitch goes, that will actually be a week from Monday. So again, guys, make sure to join the Discord server so you can sign up for our tournament today. I think we're ready for round 1, though. Gentlemen, good luck. Because this is not going to be easy for either competitor, but yeah, looking at some of these Staples Amiibo, I'm a little concerned. And don't quote me on it, I believe the Link DDD matchup has potential to go even, especially if we're going to see a lot of up smash from Mint Fresh. Great parry forward. Okay. Fat Falco just got even fatter. Mint Fresh right now. Getting a little overwhelmed by Fat Falco. And what is up, Matthew Robert Joseph? And I agree. We caught the Star Fox team member right after Thanksgiving, and looks like the first KO is going to go to Mint Fresh. And, yeah, we do see Jurassic. Oh, wow. Yeah, misfire pretty early out the gate here for Pergy. That's me. Get him, me. And nice dash attack. Pergy gonna actually side special back to stage. Do notice the move speed here for the Luigi. That's gonna help out with that recovery just a smidgen. Oh, a little bit of taunting from Jurassic. And the forward smash lands, but not quite a... Really? For a split second, I thought he was close enough for that up special, but the game says no. And that's going to allow Staples' team to take a lead. Oh, but Ice Doves tying us back up. We are... Well, we're down to 3 amiibo apiece. Yeah, I really believe that the Battlefield stage is not really giving a night and day difference to either trainer, but we now see the Ice Doves taking advantage, and you know, they really got to be able to apply pressure to somebody like Mukuro if they hope to also take him out. And these up airs proving to be a big help. Side specials really not going anywhere. Oh, there's one. 2-2. And Infernape is here as Mukuro goes bye-bye. We're now down to Infernape and Aness. Oh, I get it. Like, you know, your butthole. Ha ha. And we got 3.5 minutes remaining. The Ness amiibo, well, still good. And now he is not. It's over. Well, good game in round 1, but Doveman's side is going to take a lead here. And before we move on to round 2 with no platforms, let's go ahead and see what happened in this matchup. Right, well, let me also take away the chat real quick, but we actually saw in the first KO going to Mint Fresh, and that seemed to give a lot of momentum to the Doveman side, but Jurassic taking out Mint Fresh and Pergy would kind of leave Doveman's side in a weird spot until Ice Doves taking out Jurassic lickety-split, really. Violet not putting up a pretty good fight here, and Ice Doves were able to just apply so much pressure that it was almost like she wasn't even there. Tragic. Mukuro, though, able to side special his way to a KO, but then Infernape able to get a pretty quick KO, and then once the Ness had popped out, we saw an up smash from Infernape to go ahead and close out the round. So I really liked what Doveman's team did here, but I'm also curious to see if they can do this on an Omega stage as well. So let's go ahead and move on here. We're going to go any random Omega form stage and just get this set back up here. Yeah, as I'm getting things set back up, I just want to again say thank you to everybody joining us here tonight on your Friday night, which I hope you're having an awesome Friday night, by the way. Of course you are. You're watching Amiibo fight. Also want to go ahead and just remind everybody we are sponsored by Dubby, the good energy drink with no artificial flavors, dyes, or any of that yucky stuff. So make sure to go ahead and check out Dubby.gg today and Use code AMIIBOFIGHT, all capital letters, if you're making a purchase. This way you get 10% off the order. Well, I think it's safe to say Infernape kind of looking like the GOAT here for the Doveman team. As far as the staple side goes, it's a little harder to pinpoint, but definitely want to see a little more from this Zelda amiibo in this next round, because she just got super overwhelmed by the ice doves, and I think it's a little unfair, just for the sheer fact that some amiibo don't, well, they don't really know how to battle the Ice Climbers amiibo. It's almost like a 2-on-1 for them. Well, I'm expecting some big things from Mukoro here. I also want to remind everybody that the trainers do have the opportunity to switch their order whenever they feel like it. Just don't know if we got Doveman or Staples in the chat right now, but yeah, I can pretty much guarantee we don't have Staples in the chat here tonight. But I think we're good to go for round 2. And I'm going to just double check my DMs here. Yeah, no, alright, so looks like we're going to go random again for the Doveman. And yeah, I'm going to just double check out that Staples order. Alright, easy enough. Well, we got Ice Dove starting things out against Fat Falco. It's 2 small mallets versus 1 big mallet. We got the wild card as Funshine and Violet. That, I think, has potential to go the distance. And Infernape and Aness, you heard me, as the anchors here. I think really the Ness as the anchor here, not the best strategy, but it's also not the most terrible strategy either. So just don't get overwhelmed. It would be really a shame if the Ness has to take out 2 or even 3 competitors, but I really don't think that's going to be the case with, the Snake amiibo and the Zelda kind of backing them up right there. But I think we're ready to go here. Yeah, I have a lot of VHS tapes that I have no idea where they are, but round 2. Good luck, gentlemen, and we're going to see if Doveman can take a 2-0 lead or if Staples has the potential to tie us up here. Crazy that we got the same stage again. Uh-oh. That is a very fat Falco. Why is Falco this goddamn obese? And that'll be 5-4. Fat Falco with a strong start here. I really feel like Pergy, or I should have hit the up special right there. 4-4. And great pair. Oh, goes for a single jab, but doesn't really follow up off of that. Yeah, I really think the Luigi Gentleman Jab is a little underrated. That's just my personal opinion. And there's the down special. Uh-oh. Well, 5.5 minutes remaining. I'm almost afraid to really speak anything into existence right now. But the Yoshi gonna try for the down special. And that was a little bit of risky offense from Luigi, and You now see Jurassic taking advantage. And now we see Funshine popping out to take advantage with that F smash. It's 3-3. Yeah, definitely didn't think this was going to go this close, but Doveman really proving himself in amiibo fight, whereas Staples proving himself all throughout the amiibo community, including his own. And nice dash attack, forward smash. Yeah, doesn't really go anywhere. Oh no! Violet getting the spike off of Funshine. Well, Violet has popped up, but not out. And 420 remaining. Mint Fresh has got to get a KO. Yeah, these boomerangs, you know, they do provide a little bit of distance, but if you're not hitting anybody with them, they're kind of pointless to be throwing out. 4 minutes, and now we see the KO making it 2-2. This is a very interesting matchup. Link and Snake. I really don't know the matchup here in Amiibo, but I do know in PvP these are some of Luigi's worst matchups right here. And great parry, up smash. 3.5 minutes left in this round, but you start to see Mukuro trying to get a little more offense, but he gets caught with that F smash. And now A-Ness is here. A-Ness named A-Ness. And that'll be 1-1. So definitely crunch time here for the Ness amiibo. It's not impossible, but just looking at the weight difference, it's looking a little unlikely. Oh, bit of taunting. And we're going to see a lot more PK Thunder, and now we're starting to see a little PK Fire. Oh, he got him with that one. Up special. Lands, and Infernape is the winner. Well, GG in round 2. We're going to get a score set up here, but I do want to go over what just happened. And yeah, this has been looking like a Doveman victory pretty much from round 1. Just going over what had happened here. We had Fat Falco taking the first KO, but Pergy would take him out almost immediately after Ice Doves were taken out. Jurassic able to take out Pergy. Funshine able to take out Violet. Violet able to take out Funshine, but then we see Mint Fresh taking out Violet and Mukuro. That was not easy for him to do, by the way. This would then leave the Ness amiibo to take out the Link Mint Fresh, and from there we had Infernape with a little bit of struggle, but that up special providing him the knockout that he needed, and well, we now have Doveman up by 2 as we're heading back to a platform-rich kind of a stage. You know, this is definitely something I always want to reach out to the audience and ask if anybody thought this was going to happen, but you know, I don't think a lot of people are going to see this call out between Staples and Doveman. It's not something you see every day because of conflicting schedules, but all in all, you know, I've been entertained by what we've seen so far. I think everybody else is liking this. In fact, I would like to go ahead and remind everybody that if you do like what you're seeing, please make sure to like the stream right now, and also make sure to subscribe if you have not subscribed just yet. But we're going to be moving on here, and we're going back to any random battlefield stage. Curious to see why we got 2 stages, that same stage twice in a row, but if it happens, it happens. It's not a big deal. But I also want to go ahead and just take this time to remind everybody that yes, arenas are going to be coming back a little bit more in 2026. As far as how often, I don't have that answer for you right now. But I will say I am excited to start seeing arenas open a little bit more in 2026. So make sure to go ahead and follow us on Twitch for more information. And also make sure to join the Discord server for even more information about tournaments and other awesome events that are coming up. Well, a lot of people said that Doveman was kind of crazy for going random. And by lots of people, I mean just me. It was literally just me saying that. But, you know, it's working out for him, and I just think the amiibo that he's selected here has been a really big help, of course, but, you know, just he's kind of lucking out with the order right now. Also want to go ahead and just say, what is up, La Cusina de Dina? Welcome in. Happy Friday. Excuse me. Staples amiibo definitely hanging tough here. I mean, we've seen pretty much every match go to last amiibo, but you know, I guess I'm just expecting more from the Zelda and to a degree the DDD. He's big, but he's just not getting KOs the way we had all hoped, which, you know, obviously is when he is giant. It is after he has swallowed at least 2-3 Thanksgiving turkeys, all on his own. Homeboy just demolished 5 pans of string bean casserole. Alright, well, I think we're ready for round 3, and there will be platforms in this one here. And we're just going to go random for the Doveman side, and I'm going to go back to the order here for Staples. Of course, he did text. No, he did not message me. So, okay. Well, it is 2-0, and we're going back to another platform stage. This honestly would have been a time if I were Staples to go ahead and make some adjustments here to the order. Primarily the Zelda. The Zelda, I think, should be put in a little bit earlier, probably switched out with Girasshole, but that's just my opinion right now. We do got Funshine starting things off for us here, so I think he's got potential to get that first KO, maybe even the first 2 KOs if he really plays his cards right. But Ice Dubs being in the middle, always love that, and Infernape in the back. I mean, this is looking pretty perfect, or what I would have selected at least for Doveman's side. So we're going to go ahead and bring back the chat. Let's also bring back our webcam right here. And yeah, guys, good luck in round 3. I know. It's probably the best Yoshi name I've ever seen, ever. And here we go. I'm not gonna lie, I actually like the regular version of this stage. I mean, as long as Smash Brothers has been a thing, I've always wanted to fight on a train. And first 30 seconds in, we got a pretty night and day damage difference here, but still no knockouts. Well, oh no! I thought he would use that side special, but he does not. And that's going to be a good lead here for Fat Falco as we see Pergy jumping into the mix. Yeah, I am getting obliterated by Hammer. Freaking F-tilt, man. And nice down there by Pergy, but Fat Falco still at a very low percentage. He is the third heaviest character in the game, so Pergy had a long way to go, but now we see Pergy knocked out and Fat Falco now breaking out the critical giant. And that will make it 5-2. Fat Falco. Man, putting on a performance of a lifetime in my mind. And that's going to cut the performance short as it is now 4-2. Yeah, I don't care who you are. Ganondorf, DDD, taking out 3 amiibo in a row. That is an achievement. In fact, that is worth a raise one here. And Jurassol gets knocked back, as does Mint Fresh with the bomb. And Mint Fresh is going to try and stop the bleeding here, but Violet with a back air out of nowhere. Yeah, all up to Infernape for a reverse 3. He will need to go off stage for some dunks. That's only to have a prayer at bringing us to a 3-0 scenario. And down smash does not connect, and yeah, up air, it's over. Staples team getting on the board. Good game, guys. Give it up for Staples and Company. Before we move on here, let's go ahead and take a look at what happened here. So, yeah, I'm just taking care of the webcam now. That Falco taking out Funshine, Pergy, and Ice Dubs. That is spectacular right there from the DDD. That would then lead Mint Fresh in to go ahead and take out Fat Falco and Jurassol, but Violet would drop in with a huge back air, and that would really just leave it for her to take out Infernape on her own. And yeah, definitely the 2 amiibo that I've been eyeing the most on Staples' side, putting on a great show here, so good for them. Let me also go ahead and update that score, but we are going to be going into our next round on any Omega stage, 2-1. Yeah, I really was hoping Staples was going to get on the board here this next round, or else that would have been a 3-0 scenario, and that is not a fun feeling to be in. In fact, I've even been there once or twice myself. Well, if you or maybe someone you know might be interested in participating in some callouts, blitzkriegs, whatever we're doing here on YouTube on a Friday, make sure to go ahead and check us out on Twitch to redeem those custom rewards. By the way, we also do still have sound effects, so if you do have your Twitch open, you can go ahead and use those here on YouTube. But right now, we're getting our next round started, and I'm really curious to see what the Doveman team does here, because, you know, I really thought they were going to just pick up the win in that last round, but they did not. So now that we have an Omega stage, I can't help but feel this might go in Doveman's favor just a wee bit more. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick look here. I also want to remind everyone, if you're watching, to like the stream, also subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And also make sure to have your notifications on, because I know about half of you don't on the Twitch side. Alrighty. Well, before we start choosing order, I'm going to go ahead and make sure nobody's DM me. Nope. Alright. Doveman is random, and I feel like I'm getting to the point I could do this order in my sleep, but just to be on the safe side. Okay, for a second I thought I fucked up there, but no, we good. We good. So, Funshine and Fat Falco starting things off once again here, and we got Pergy as a wild card here this time. Could be good, could be bad. We're going to find out here. Violet as the wild card is actually really starting to pique my interest, so I would actually love to see this matchup between Pergy and Violet. And in the back, we got Mint Fresh and A Ness. I really just don't like the Ness being in the back there, but you know, if this matchup, this round goes anything like the last one, it doesn't really matter because there's only 3 amiibo being utilized. But really excited to see what happens here in round 4. This is going to be any Omega stage, like I just said. So let's go ahead and bring back my web camera. Let's also go ahead and bring back the chat, and we're going to get this one started. Yeah, it really did go downhill there. But that's okay. That's okay. It's a best of 7 series. Well, Fat Falco doing a great job of applying pressure on the Banjo and Kazooie. Sunshine not able to get a hit just yet, and we're about 30 seconds in. This is not like the Banjo and Kazooie at all. And we're going to see Fat Falco take the first KO. Well, once again, we got a battle of mallets. 2 tiny mallets and 1 giant mallet. That critical giant. This is where Fat Falco really needs to make this work for him. And not able to get a KO with the critical giant, and now he is kind of up in the air. Well, that was the wrong climber. I don't think Sopo, though, is going to be able to pick up a KO. Oh! Little DBZ moment, and that's a double KO. Wow, I love seeing those, and just the fact that it was Doveman and Staples amiibo made it all the more special here. So I'd like to take this time again to say thank you to both participants right now, and Girasshole trying to take out the Luigi named Pergy. Yeah, I don't think he's got the capability to eat the bird. At least not right now, not during battle. Once the game goes into sleep mode, maybe then he'll try and cook Fat Falco. Girasshole, though, oh, he's still good. Yeah, Infernape is, I think, infuriated with how this is going so far. Doveman's team is down 2. But now they are only down 1, and keep in mind, Donkey Kong, one of the heaviest competitors in the game. Matthew Robert Joseph did not get enough fat bird for Thanksgiving. Let the record show. 4 minutes left, though, and Violet. Oh, gonna hit him up with a little Din's Fire. Always cool to see Zelda amiibo just nail that so accurately, but Violet almost getting taken out by the up special. Still good, still good. Uh-oh. And Infernape does live that. He is a large monkey. And Infernape ties us up 2-2. Now here comes Mukuro. This is the Snake amiibo from Staples, and yeah, that's going to be a big KO for the Snake. The Snake amiibo. The guy named Snake. The Colonel. Yep, that guy. And up smash lands. We got about 3 minutes left. And Mint Fresh, I think, is looking for some options to get this KO quickly and efficiently, and he does. Wow. I know that baseball bat's strong. I didn't think it was that strong, though, and that's going to tie us up 2-2. I'll wait till next year. All right. I think you can just pick out a turkey anytime you want, Matthew Robert Joseph, but Fat Falco, I don't think Staples would appreciate you eating him, personally. Let's go ahead and actually take a look at what happened here as I update the score, but Fat Falco starting to pull his weight a little bit more, pun intended, as he does take out the first competitor of the Doveman team, but does fall to Ice Dubs, and yeah, I'm still a little surprised they got the KO the way that they did, but technically, though, I see Jurassle's kind of getting the credit for the Ice Dubs KO. I feel like Fat Falco should have got that personally. But Jurassle technically, I guess, taking out Ice Dubs as well as Pergy, so that's not easy to do, first and foremost. But we then saw Infernape taking out Yoshi and Violet. Yeah, I thought Violet was going to take out the monkey for sure, but no. Mukuro, though, was the one to do it, and once that had happened, Mint Fresh taking out Mukuro, and Anes popping right in with the forward smash, and boom! It was over for round 4. Well, we're going to be heading into round 5, and it looks like this is going to be any battlefield stage once again. Well, unfortunately, Doveman is not here tonight to go ahead and ask why he chose Staples as an opponent, but, you know, I have a feeling I know why, mostly because he just wants to be able to push his limits more as an amiibo trainer. So I think going up against Staples head-to-head, calling him out, is the best option, personally. I mean, even if he doesn't get the win here, you still know that he had fun, you still know he's a great trainer, and you know he's going to take a look at the VOD later on tonight and ask, where can I get better? Well, for those that are just joining us right now, just a reminder to please like the stream. Also, go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. There were a few amiibo from Staples' side I was expecting to see, but I'm kind of surprised they didn't make the cut. A few of them being Beavis, Butthead, and also there was another DDD that I just can't remember the name. But, you know, Fat Falco is providing a lot of memorable moments so far. Kind of a rocky start for him in the beginning, but now starting to look like one of my favorite amiibo from the Staples side. In fact, do I dare say the MVP for Staples? I don't know if I will, but it's close. It's close. As far as the MVP side for Doveman's side, it's a little more up in the air in my opinion, but personally, I'm really liking what I'm seeing from the Donkey Kong Infernape. I really just think he could do even better with a little offstage action. But I think we're ready to go here for round 5, and I'm going to just double check to see if anybody wants to change anything up. Nope. Alright, well, we're about to step into round 4. Fat Falco and Pergy starting things off for us here. This is not going to be easy for Pergy in any way, shape, or form. Mint Fresh and Violet in the middle. I like that. A little domestic abuse action here. Haha, just kidding here. They're just jokes. In the back, though, we got Infernape and a Ness. This is kind of a matchup that I think the Ness has struggled with just a little bit here. But I think we're ready to go here for our next one, guys. Let's go ahead and bring back the chat. We're also going to go ahead and bring back the webcam. And I wish both Doveman and Staples good luck as we head into round 5. Who will take the lead in round 5? Yeah, not an easy matchup here for the Luigi. In fact, I really don't know many matchups with DDD where he is just looked at as not as favorable. Unless, of course, it's Kazuya, Knee Gunner, Incineroar, maybe K-Rool? Maybe? Yeah. Well, Fat Falco does score the first KO, and Ice Stubbs are now here to try and thwart any kind of momentum Staples side has right now. First minute of play, though, and it is now 4-4. A little surprised that KO'd, but you can't... Uh-oh. Yeah, you can't deny the heavy-hitting prowess of the Ice Climbers in a spirited kind of situation, but that's also the same case with Yoshi, which we just saw from that shield break. And with 5.5 minutes remaining, we still see Ice Stubbs applying pressure to the Omnivore of the Year, Yoshi. Yoshi just trying to go to the air a lot, and I'm kind of wondering why. I don't know if the platforms have anything to do with it, or it was the way it was trained, but yeah, just not something I was expecting. Mint Fresh, though. Gonna get a KO off of Jurassol, tying us up 3-3. This is that domestic abuse situation I was talking about. And so far, Mint Fresh getting some consistent offense going, and a KO. Well, now it's all up to Makuro and the Ness amiibo from Staples. Oh, he missed. That time he didn't. 2-2. Funshine going to drop in, and, well, but Banjo, I don't think your grenade is the same as Snake's grenades. With less than 4 minutes to go, it's still anybody's round right now, but keep in mind it's best of 7, so we will have another round after this. Yoshi's got a shield breaker on him. Probably. It's usually something that you would recommend when training a Yoshi spirited style, but the Ness amiibo is out right now, and yeah, he's going to need all the help he can get. PK Thunders, PK Fires, maybe even a PK Cross here and there. And the Link is gone. We're down to 2. Infernape has been able to handle this matchup fairly well, but it's not over just yet. 3 minutes, and we're starting to see PK Fire. No PK Thunder just yet. But it's coming. Uh-oh. Yep, told ya. And with 2:45 left, the Ness amiibo gonna go back to more PK Thunder. Up tilt caught him, and it was enough for a knockout. Staples Ness, a Ness. Able to pull in the win for Staples' side, and that is going to be 3 wins in a row now for Staples' team. Wow, this is getting nuts. Well, I'm going to go over just what had happened, and then we are moving on to a Omega stage for round 6, but we saw Fat Falco again taking that first KO, really showing us just how important it is for the team to get that first one. But we then saw Ice Doves taking out Fat Falco, Jurassol taking out the Ice Doves, and then we saw Mint Fresh taking out the Yoshi and Violet. This would then leave Mukuro to jump in and take out Link, but then we see Funshine taking out the Snake Amiibo, and Ness would jump in to take out Funshine and Infernape. That, I know he's a Ness Amiibo, still pretty impressive though for him to get the KOs off of the Rareware characters, no doubt. And we're going to be heading into round 6. We are flying on this one. So, since Doveman is really facing elimination right here, I'm going to be reaching out to him to see if he wants to make any kind of adjustments, or I guess in this case, an order at all. And for round 6, we are going to any Omega stage. I kind of can't help but feel we are going to go to a round 7, but I also don't want to speak that too loudly into existence, because, you know, commentary curse and whatnot. But I, again, just want to say thank you to the participants. I'd also like to take this time to say thank you to the spectators for joining us on your Friday evening. We understand you got a lot of different things you can do on your Friday, so staying here with us, we really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. But as we're getting prepped here for round 6, I'm just trying to figure out what is going to happen, because it feels like every time I think I got an idea of what's happening next, it's completely different. As far as Staples' team goes, I think they just got to keep doing what they're doing. But Doveman's side, I think they could use a little bit of everything. This includes better offense, more defense, and dare I say, maybe even Laven stage a little bit. But, you know, this is just my opinion to their keys to victory. Jurassol, I think, does need to get a KO. Everyone needs to start pulling their weight here, even Fat Falco. And, again, that is pun intended. But, you know, Fat Falco's starting to be a lot more consistent, especially that one round where he's got 3 knockouts in a row. That was nuts. Looking like a Ganondorf with a score like that. All right, well, I got word back from Doveman. He wants random. Oh. That was the wrong controller. All right. It will not let me go back, so we got to do that again. Fuck. Okay, trying that again. And I am going to switch the controllers here, that's fine. Okay, yeah, I kind of screwed up the order there, my bad, but does give me a little bit more time to explain here, guys, that yes, there's going to be a new tier list coming to Amiibo Fight for Spirits very soon, and this is going to be a tier list that is specific to only bin file tournaments. So this is not going to be one of those tier lists where you guys get to vote on, but I have been taking a look at our last one, and it's definitely looking time to go ahead and update that for you. So I'll be sure to go ahead and drop the Google form very soon, probably later this month, for you guys to decide what you want the Spirit tier list that we use for arena tournaments to look like. Just like last time too, I'm gonna have to make the decision for you guys on a few characters, but all in all, the choices are going to be yours for you to see if a character moves up one, down one, or, maybe you just want them to stay the same. So definitely be on the lookout for that, and I'm really excited to see how that tier list turns out, as well as the one for our bin files that I'll be spearheading solo. Okay, let's try that at one again. Alright, that's better. So we got Pergy and Fat Falco starting things off. Then it's Ice Doves and Violet as the wild card. And then we got Mint Fresh and A-Ness in the back. Well, I'm sure everybody here at home knows if Staples' team does win, they do move on to the winner's circle. But we do acknowledge that Doveman has been known to bring things back a little bit, and I think he's got a great shot to go ahead and tie us up, send us to Game 7. But it's like I said, the team has got to be able to go ahead and apply pressure, defend when they need to, but also maybe go off stage once or twice. But let's go ahead and just get this next matchup started. And this is going to be round 6, Omega Saffron City. Yeah, this stage in particular always brings back the nostalgia. Feels like it's 1999 again. Uh-oh. And Fat Falco almost feeling the pain right there of getting knocked out early. Oh, Fat Falco is going to become even more obese. And down tilt sends Pergy into the blast zone. Well, Infernape is now here, and this is going to be a great matchup. It's two characters that are the same weight. Infernape, though, taking the KO. Uh-oh. Yeah, Jurassole not wasting any time here, and that's going to be a shield break into forward smash, but now we start to see Infernape a little enraged or infuriated. Yeah, I wouldn't say a royal pain. It's just a smidge bit annoying. Uh-oh. Oh, Staples' team getting very overwhelmed by Monkey. Monkey with another KO. And Infernape is going to be able to dodge the side special. Yeah, for those that forgot the C4 was there like I did, that was shocking. Ice Dubs are now out, and yeah, we see the C4 really becoming a part of the offense here for Mukuro. And that's a stock taken away here, so Staples' side down to their last amiibo. Yeah, this Ness amiibo is starting to take on damage. It's only a matter of time before we see Doveman's side taking another round and sending us to Game 7. And here's the PK Thunder. Oh! Yeah, nobody expected that one. I know I didn't. And Doveman's team stays alive. All right, well, before we head to Game 7, let's go ahead and take a look at what had happened here. It was actually a pretty quick round. I don't want to go on the record to say fastest round of the night, but it seems like it to me. Fat Falco able to get that first KO off of Perky, but then Infernape taking out Fat Falco, Girasshole, and Violet. That is not easy to do in any mode whatsoever. Mukuro, though, able to take out Infernape, but then we see Ice Doves taking out Mukuro and the Ness amiibo, and yeah, that ending, that's a call-out moment right there, no doubt, no doubt. Well, we're going to be moving on to our last round here. I'm also going to go ahead and reach out to Staples. I don't know if I'll be able to get a hold of him if he wants to change up the order here. And Game 7 is going to take place on any battlefield stage. And yeah, this is going to be our last round for the night, guys. So I would like to go ahead and just say thank you again to both participants and our spectators. And if you have not already, go ahead and like the stream you are watching and make sure to subscribe. Also, make sure to follow us on Twitch and make sure to join the Amiibo Fight Discord as well. Yeah, we had gotten word from Doveman earlier, random all the way, and actually looks like I'm getting word from Staples back here. I'll check that message in a moment, but it's been a very back and forth contest, and this is something that I had a feeling was going to happen, but you know, after we saw Doveman take a 2-0 lead, I was thinking maybe Staples is going to get shut out. Then we saw Staples winning 3 in a row, and I'm thinking, well, maybe Doveman's going to get beat, but now we're here in Game 7. I don't know what to believe anymore. Up is down, black is white. Phil Collins is still making hits somehow. What is going on? Well, also want to go ahead and take this time real quick, guys, to remind you that new content has been posted to our YouTube channel, both the Kirby Air Rider video and a new YouTube short has been posted, so make sure you guys check that out when you get a shot. All right. Well, I think we're ready to go with our... Actually, I didn't even update the score. My fault. Alright, well, Doveman just wants random. Staples says no, he does not want to change anything up. Bit of a bold move in my opinion. Well, Staples' order has not changed at all, whereas Doveman's order has changed every round, and this is how we've come to a Game 7. Mint Fresh is going to start us off against Fat Falco, Infernape and Violet in the middle. This could either be very good or very bad for Doveman's side, no in between. And in the back we got Funshine and A Ness. This could be good for Funshine because I'm not saying he's the LVP here, but I have been expecting more and more knockouts and better things, I guess, from Funshine. So definitely want to hear what you guys have to think as far as who's going to win this one. I also want to go ahead and just remind everybody that next Friday we'll be back here on YouTube doing probably a Blitzkrieg, 7 p.m. Central Time, so make sure to tune in. But I think we are just about ready for our last round of the night. Gentlemen, good luck and good fights. beautiful stage. Battlefield version of Foursquare. Also a good time for me to mention that our next arena tournament is going to be 2 weeks from this Monday, where every matchup will be played on Garrick Mach Monastery. Also, looking back at the comments, I can see why now I think Matthew Robert Joseph said a royal pain. We got so many kings in this one, fam. DDD. We got Zelda the princess. We got the king of the jungle, Donkey Kong. We got king of the platformer, Banjo and Kazooie. Royalty in this bitch, as we see Girasshole popping out after Mint Fresh gets the first KO. Oh, some interesting decision making by Girasshole right now. That is the Staples Yoshi, and he's still taunting. I guess that's why they call him Girasshole. Kind of an asshole. And nice forward smash there. The Yoshi trying to keep his opponent in the air. Oh no! Well, the competition is definitely heating up in more ways than one. I'm almost afraid to speak anything into existence right now, as we see Infernape getting hit with the up smash, and there's the up throw. Tries for the up air, but no. And that is going to make it 3-2. Staples team taking a lead right now. And that is going to be 2-2. Now see the Snake Amiibo Mukuro trying to start things off with some side special. And nice up tilt here from Mukuro. Ice Dub scrambling a little bit. And nice dash attack. Well, the Ice Dubs are definitely getting bullied right now, but they're not completely out of it. And that will make it 2-1. We got a Doveman lead. Uh-oh. They make that back. Oh. They made it back just to get back aired. Well, we are down to last amiibo per individual. Not even going to say a word. Except for critical health attack is out. And forward smash lands. Doveman takes the win. Wow, that is a pretty big win right there. Good game, guys. We're going to give our props, though, to the Doveman team for the win. Yeah, there's not a whole lot I could say about this matchup that hasn't already been said, but it was a banger in my opinion. I just want to go ahead and take away chat and my webcam, and we're going to take a look what happened here and then skedaddle. Mint Fresh taking that first KO was a good sign that Doveman's team would take the victory here, but we then saw Girasshole with a pretty quick KO. Pergy able to take out Girasshole with a nice up special, but Violet able to take out Pergy quick quickly. And she was also able to take out Infernape, which kind of had some people losing faith. I know I was, but then Ice Doves break in to take out Violet and the Snake Amiibo Mukuro. Once that had happened, the Ness Amiibo A Ness able to take out Ice Doves, and this would bring in Funshine. Funshine looking for something, and he just F smashed and found the target. It was not exactly lucky, but I think luck had a little bit to do with it. So great series, guys, and we want to give a shout out here to both Doveman as well as Staples. In fact, Staples does have his own YouTube channel and his own Twitch channel. Make sure to go ahead and follow, subscribe, like, whatever you got to do. Also like to go ahead and just say thank you to everybody that joined us tonight. Y'all the real MVPs, the real GOATs. And I do want to remind everyone, we'll be back here next Friday live at 7 p.m. Central Time. And that, I believe, we're going to be doing a Blitzkrieg here, a little 4v4 best of 7 series. But in the meantime, guys, I do want to say thank you again. Good night, good luck, and God bless. Have a great weekend.